Good morning, I'm Charlotte McBride, and you're watching PA Harness Week. We're hosting the show here at Harrah's Philadelphia this week, but most of the action is coming from right up the Pennsylvania Turnpike in the Poconos. Last Saturday, it was Super Stakes Saturday at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, and we saw some of the world's top horses, trainers, and drivers converging on one track for one big night of racing. There was a race card for the ages at Pocono. All of the stars were there, and we'll give you a complete wrap-up coming up. In the Battle of the Brandywine, could Captain Treacherous stay undefeated? The Hambletonian winner was in attendance. Could he stay hot against the likes of Smilin' Eli and Corky in the Colonial? And heavy favorite I Love the Nightlife goes up against the red-hot She Be Stingin'. Racing's fastest-paced half hour starts right now on Comcast Sportsnet.
Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here is Brent Messenger to the early. 55 for the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Well, hello there, Kimasabi, and welcome to PA Harness Week. This lovely creature is Heather Vitale. I'm Steve Ross, and we have action aplenty. Do we not, lovely Heather?
We do.
I mean, this past Saturday night, it was as good as it gets. All the heavy hitters, all the big boys, they was all at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs doing what they do best, racing for nearly $2.5 million in purses. And, you know, to give you an idea of what kind of a night it was going to be, the very first race, a $50,000 Mayor's Invitational, was won by Drop the Ball in 1:48.2, the fastest race mile ever gone by a mare on a 5/8 mile track since the history of life.
In fact, there were 7 world records that night, and we're going to show you a few of them on today's show.
Yes, we are. So without any further ado, why don't we get right to the action? Let's first, the Battle of the Brandywine. And this was one of 2 co-features worth $500,000. They were named, they were the signature races of 2 shuttered, classic, wonderful racetracks, Liberty Bell and Brandywine. And the sad thing is that for a lot of people, they now don't remember Liberty Bell and Brandywine, which was kind of crazy. But to the credit of the Pennsylvania harness people, they brought back these 2 wonderful races, and they are racing them. They race Saturday night, and the first one will cover the $500,000 Battle of the Brandywine. And in this one, well, for 3-year-old pacing colts, the big horse was Captain Treacherous. The only question was, could he be beat? But the answer, here's Heather.
Wait, I don't want to give the answer out right now.
No.
Okay,
just teasing a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, yes, exactly. Captain Treacherous, you remember last year he was the pacer of the year. He is a number 4 horse in here. Also, most of the year he's been ranked number 1 in the entire country. But he has had 5 weeks off, so we don't know if that's gonna do something, you know, happen in this race, if that's gonna show up, the fact that he's had a big layoff. And number 2 is Sunshine Beach. He's second choice at 5-1. He's won in 1:48 this year, which is actually faster than Captain Treacherous has gone, and he's very versatile. Great race. Let's see.
Underway in the Battle of the Brandywine, and very contested early on as 6 of them leave. Lone Wolf Courier at the pylon, slight edge. Sunshine Beach right there, along with Makatso out 3 wide. Captain Treacherous just a tick off the top 3 there, 4th. Then to the inside it comes Wake Up Peter, Twilight Bonfire 6th, then Odds On Equileus, Beach Memories, and the early trailer is Some Kind of Beach. The quarter is 25-3. Lone Wolf Courier has the early edge for John Campbell, and now Sunshine Beach pulls for Brian Sears, sensing weakness in the leader, and he takes over with Lone Wolf Courier back to 7. There goes Captain Treacherous, 1-5, first over into the clubhouse turn. Following that move is Twilight Bonfire. Also Makatso tried to get out there. They're jumbled up. Inside 6th, Wake Up Peter, then Odds On Equileus, Beach Memories, and at the back there still Some Kind of Beach. The half 53-3, 28 even second panel as Sunshine Beach desperately trying to hold off the charge of Captain Treacherous, who's just about even now going that long first over journey. In behind the hot pace there, Makatso is second over on the outside, a length back. Lone Wolf Courier getting a breather in the pocket. 3rd over now, 6th there. That's Miller with Twilight Bonfire. Wake Up Peter still saving ground. 3/4, 120-3. Sunset Beach trying desperately to string out Captain Treacherous, who's not going anywhere here. And now It's Makatso gearing up outside. Lone Wolf Courier still in the pocket. Top of the stretch, Sunshine Beach and Captain Treacherous. They're still going at it. Sunshine Beach, Captain Treacherous. It's close. Sunshine Beach, Captain Treacherous to the line. A photo finish.
Sunshine Beach was on top by the time they got to the half-mile pole, and then Captain Treacherous, who gets away fourth, he makes a first-step move. Those two totally duke it out. Now, Captain Treacherous and driver Tim Tetrick, they look like when they get down to the wire, you know, Captain Treacherous has that last big
lunge.
Yeah, I was going to say, good, because I was going to say oomph. I couldn't think of the word, but lunge is a good one, you know? The wire was right there, though, and Captain Treacherous loses to Sunshine Beach.
A sneeze.
A sneeze. Yep. Captain Treacherous handed his first loss of the year, but still, he raced super. Sunshine Beach and driver Brian Sears, they went in 1:47.4, equaling the fastest race on a 5/8 mile track in harness racing history. Oh, and Sunshine Beach, I just want to mention this. Next time you'll see him race is September 7th at Mohawk in the Simcoe Stakes. We want to hear from those connections, so let's call in our Kelly Connors to find out more.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Brian Sears with Sunshine Beach defeating Captain Treacherous here tonight in the Battle of the Brandywine, and it surely was a battle. Talk to us about this race, Brian, how it played out.
Oh, you know, it couldn't have played out any better. You know, I win by a head. That's a great horse, Captain Treacherous. Won a tremendous mile. My horse was able to get to the front and keep him at bay. You know, head and head all the way down the lane. So it was a great race. But that's what had to happen for me to win, and it did.
No, you were in the race. You just watched the replay. How close was it at the end? It was very, very close just watching it here at the finish line. But did you know you had him beat?
No, I wasn't absolutely sure. I felt like I did, but if it would have popped up and the 4 would have been in front of the 2, I would have been very disappointed.
Big upset for Captain Treacherous here tonight. Were you confident heading into this race?
Oh, I was very confident in my horse. I know I have a very nice horse. Whether I could beat Captain Treacherous or not, that's another thing. You know, like he's a super horse, and it just makes it more special to beat him.
Congratulations on a big win. They were really excited as well. They should be, but let's not exactly write off the captain yet. It was a nose, okay? And to find out more about the insight from the guy who sat behind the captain, here is Charlotte McBride with Tim Tetrick.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with driver Tim Tetrick. Tim, a tough break in the Battle of the Brandywine. I know you were driving Captain Treacherous. You expected to win. You always expect to win with that horse. What happened?
We got beat. The horse that beat him raced a really, really great race, and take nothing away from him. And my horse, he raced his heart out. He didn't know he got beat. It doesn't say that on the check, but he raced an awesome race.
Looking back on that race, is there anything you wish you had done differently?
I don't think there was much I could do different. I had to take my shot and try to wear down the leader, and if I let him go too slow, my horse, I can't out-sprint him, so I got to try to out-grind him, and it almost worked.
You get to get back with that horse in just a few weeks. We're talking about the Kane Pace final. How is that going to help to get this horse ready again?
He's always ready. He missed 5 weeks going in the battle, and he raced his eyes out. World record, 47 in the piece. So, going to the Cane, it'll be be a great race. Just hopefully for the draw, there'll be some tough competition, Vegas and Vacation, and a couple of the others. But my horse is definitely at the top of his class, and unless something weird happens, I think he'll be right there.
All right, thanks so much.
Anytime.
Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. And Tim, listen, pal, it's okay. He'll be okay. He's going to race in the Cane. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't shut the camera off in his paddock. The whole 9 yards, right?
Oh, yeah, the captain cam.
Yeah, the captain cam.
Yes,
Okay. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have a look at what once was Liberty Bell Park's signature race that's back and in full vigor, the Colonial, and also the Valley Forge, which is shaping up to be the heat of the year. Don't go ahead.
I love the nightlife. No joke up front here. Leads it by about a length.
When it's your time to shine, what will you do? At Mohegan Sun, wherever tonight takes you, it's your time to shine.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. I know you're sitting out there in TV land going, who are these two people on my TV screen? Well, she's Heather Vitale. I'm Steve Ross. Nice to have you along with us. And we are going to do something now which is going to be epic. You know that?
We are?
We are.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
$350,000 Valley Forge, big race. I love the nightlife. That is just, you know, a spectacular pacer. And She Be Stingin', who is coming off 2 wins, their last 2 starts, winning by 16 lengths. And can she get the measure of I Love the Nightlife? We don't quite know. But number 2, I Love the Nightlife, was 2-5. Number 9, She Be Stingin', 5-1 with Dave Miller. Number 3, Love Canal, Place I Love to Hang, with Ron Pierce, was 8-1. And here's the call.
Underway in the Valley Forge. Inside, I Love the Nightlife. In between, Somewhere Over Rainbow. Outside, Charisma Hanover is the aggressor. Charisma Hanover strikes the front now. Somewhere Over Rainbow right with her as those two in a speed duel early. I Love the Nightlife is about 3.5 back third. Another 3.5 there to Nova Scotia Hanover. Then comes Love Canal. Belle Boyd is 6th. Further back, Jersey Licious, Summertime Lee, and She Be Stingin' is out of it. The quarter 25-2. Unbelievable opening number there. And now I Love the Nightlife easily picks off those 2 leaders as Tim Tetrick sends her to the front at 2-5, getting a round of applause. She's not even finished yet. Somewhere Over a Rainbow second, followed there on the inside by Charisma Hanover. You So Hard early. Then comes Nova Scotia Hanover 4th. Following that, Love Canal, Belle Boyd is 6th. Then Jersey Licious and Summertime Leah. The half is 53-2. 28 even second panel. I Love the Nightlife. No joke up front here. Leads it by about a length. Somewhere Over a Rainbow. Staying right with her in the pocket now. Nova Scotia Hanover moving first over. Well there for Brian Sears with a length and a half. Following that is Love Canal. Inside still there. 5th, Charisma Hanover. Belle Boyd moves into 6th. But I Love the Nightlife still clear on the lead. 3/4, 121 even. 27-3 on the back. I Love the Nightlife. Tetrick still hasn't asked here. Outside Nova Scotia Hanover. Somewhere Over a Rainbow trying for another move. Love Canal into 4th. Top of the stretch. I Love the Nightlife. Now Tetrick goes to work here, and Somewhere Over a Rainbow trying to get to her.
This race took on a whole new dynamic when She Be Stingin' jumped at the start and was distanced. Number 5, Somewhere Over a Rainbow, off of 15-1 with Montreal Teague, battled Charisma Hanover through a 25-2 first quarter. It don't get much faster than that, folks. Meanwhile, I Love the Nightlife sat 3rd before deciding to go on the right line and grab the lead as the Nightlife Queen breezed by 2 in 148-4. Somewhere Over a Rainbow race game and got 2nd. Number 1, Nova Scotia Hanover, an 18-1 bomber with Brian Sears was 3rd. And now our Kelly Connors caught up with Tim Tetrick and Chris Ryder.
Tim, I Love the Nightlife. I can imagine you do too as their steady driver. Talk to us how this race played out here tonight.
You know, I left a little bit, and there was 2 that was really battling for the lead to try to secure the 2-hole, and, you know, I went ahead and moved my mare to the front. We went a half 53-2, and, you know, we kept it moving good, and my mare just down the lane, she really swelled up and paced all the way to the wire. I was very, very happy with her.
Yeah, there were some fast fractions early on, and she held strong to the end, kind of blowing away the competition there. Did she ever feel like she was going to let you down here?
No, she's always been right there for me. She may not always win by many, but she always puts out a good effort, so I'm very pleased with her.
I haven't changed anything with her. She had a minor foot problem that's come right, and that's been to her advantage. And she's, you know, it's halfway through the season, and she's getting a little better, you know, just because she's such a good horse. And the races don't seem to be taking a toll on her, you know, and she's just doing better than ever.
Thanks, guys. And now we go to the co-feature of Saturday night's Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. It was a goodie. The $500,000 Colonial Trot. It was the signature race of the now shuttered Liberty Bell Park. An enormous history there. It was won by some great horses, Neville Pride, yada, yada, just a bunch of great trotters. And this was no exception. It was a fine field, and Heather's got that for you.
That one horse, Yada Yada.
Yada Yada's there all the time.
I've not heard of that horse. Wow.
I thought it was better than duh. Because Neville Pride hopped in my head, and everything else was like...
You're forgiven.
Yada, yada.
You're forgiven. Okay, yes. Number 8, Royalty for Life. Even with that post position, okay, outside post, still the favorite. Why? Because a few weeks ago, he won a little ditty we like to call the $1 million Hambletonian.
I see.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, number 4 is Smiling Eli. He was second in the Hambo, and he did it out of post 9, which is like no easy feat. Number 6 is Corky. Loves this track. Won the Earl Beale Memorial in first up fashion, and he was actually 3rd in the Hambo.
Underway in the Colonial, and Smilin' Eli sticks ahead out in front early on. Spider Blue Chip right with him. Corky out 3 wide is moving up as well. Close up 4th is FICO. Now to the outside, Royalty for Life moves up in the outer flow with Picture This 6th. Then a Perfect Yankee further back there to High Bridge, and Don't You Forget It at the back. But Smilin' Eli has assumed the mantle here. They come to the quarter-mile marker in a ripping 26-3 for the Trotters. Smilin' Eli on top. From 4th, Royalty for Life trying to move first over in the straightaway and get to Smilin' Eli. Inside, Spider Blue Chip getting a good trip early on. Then it's Corky 4th, a big gap back to 5th, and FICO. The rest have to do a lot better. High Bridge is outside 6th. Then Picture This, a Perfect Yankee, and also back there, Don't You Forget It. The half mile, unconscious 54-1, 27-3 there for the second panel, as Smilin' Eli and Royalty for Life have hooked up, and they've still got more than 3/8 of a mile to go. Corky now launching from 4th on the outside. Spider Blue Chip continues to get an excellent trip behind the hot pace. Meanwhile, FICO now moves up 5th, followed by Picture This. Still Smilin' Eli holding off Royalty for Life, who's going that extra distance on the outside. 3/4, 1:23-1, a more sensible 29 even there. Smilin' Eli on the inside, outside, Royalty for Life still a half length back. Corky now gearing up out wide, as is Picture This. Spider Blue Chip waiting for the lane. Top of the stretch, Smilin' Eli is still there. Now Tetrick looking for more, but Spider Blue Chip has been waiting. Outside, Corky is closing fast. Corky, Spider Blue Chip, Spider Blue Chip.
The itsy bitsy Spider Blue Chip won in 1:52-2. I know.
You're looking at you're always serious.
I'm such a dork. I have been dying to do that ever since I knew I was covering this race. Okay.
Who won?
World record mile. Spider Blue Chip for 3-year-old gelding trotters on a 5/8 mile track. Okay, so how was the web spun here? Quite simple. Okay, we've got Spider Blue Chip hanging out in the pocket while Smilin' Eli and Royalty for Life, they just like fight it out head to head. So Spider Blue Chip and Ron Pierce, when I'm watching the race, I just see Ronnie licking his chops like, oh, give me the stretch, give me the stretch. Sure enough, here comes the passing lane. They come up, they win it, and you know, great stuff. I mean, yeah, very nice. All right, so Smilin' Eli, let me just tell you, he raced great. He hung on for second. Corky trotting up a storm at the end. He was 3rd. Kelly Connors caught up with the connections of Spider Blue Chip.
Here with Hall of Famer Ron Pierce, Spider Blue Chip. Talk to us how this race played out in your favor, because there were some fast fractions early on.
Yeah, there sure was. We left the gate pretty hard. I almost went around Smilin' Eli, but then I decided to get behind him, and that's where I wanted to be all along anyway. And so I was lucky I was able to bully him back in the hole, and we just followed Smilin' Eli around there all the way to the head of the stretch. He took us right to the passing lane.
For about 3 weeks now, his right foot's been bothering him, so we swim him a lot. So after the Hambo, he swam for almost a week, jogged him once or twice lightly, trained him last Tuesday, and put him back in the pool, and that's how he got ready.
Talk to us about watching this race unfold here tonight, because there were some fast fractions early on. It was almost like pacer time.
Yeah, it was exciting because we were sitting in the 2-hole and they were rolling. And I thought, wow, if we can just keep up and those guys keep battling, we got a shot. And at the head of the stretch, and I said they come back to us a little, and I knew we had a shot then.
Thanks, guys. And when we come back, we are going to stay at Mohegan Sun and Pocono Downs. Why? Because they have races they call the Consolations, but don't be deceived by that name. They were great races, so stay right where you are.
The ultimate Beach Boy. Just watch the timer here.
Tonight, it's ladies' night. The lights are low, and the stakes are high. Sometimes ladies' night is just a date night in disguise. At Mohegan Sun, wherever tonight takes you, it's your time to shine.
Hi, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. She's Heather Vitale. I'm Steve Ross, and we hope you're doing well this day. Are you doing well this day?
Yeah, did you almost forget your name? It looked like you hesitated.
I was about to say yada yada. Because yada yada covers everything, even my name, right? Thanks, Heather Vitale, me yada yada, and you know who you are. You do know who you are, don't you? Depending on how old you are.
We're getting to these consolations.
I hate that name.
Super Sick Saturday. I just gotta say, like, these consolations are going for $100,000, $150,000. I think we should talk about changing the name. It's not
$200,000, yeah.
$200,000. Anything that goes over $100,000 shouldn't be named consolation.
It almost sounds like an afterthought. And these were great races from top to bottom. The whole card at Pocono was awesome. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get to the first one. It was race 2, the Valley Forge Consolation 2. Number 5, UF Dragon's Queen with Dave Miller, won off at 1-9 and aired in 1:50.3. Second betting choice, number 2, Ideal Jenny, off at 6-1 with Andy Miller, was second. Number 6, Mistress of the Stars, a 13-1 shot with Matt Kikali, got third.
Now for the Colonial Consolation 2. The first $100,000. Wheeling and dealing the number 7 in this race. The richest in here with over $700,000 in the bank. But the fans are really loving him too with Yannick Jinker on the bike. That duo tried to cut out the mile but ran out of steam, taking fourth. It was the first up contender, number 5, Punxsutawney, who won in 1:53.2, paying $11.20 with Corey Callahan driving. First trainer John Butenshone. Second was Sailor Eddie, and Bothan was third.
Race number 4, the Battle Consolation number 2. Number 4, Ultimate Beach Boy with Dave Pallone for Ron Burke, was the 2-5 chalk and did his job perfectly, winning off by 3 in 1:48.3. Number 5, Net 10 Eon, the 15-1 outsider with Georgie Knapp was second. Number 6, Normandy Invasion, the horse that's both a thoroughbred and a standardbred, off at 18-1 with Dave Miller, got third.
The Valley Forge Consolation 1, first $150,000. 3-year-old pacing fillies, number 6, Nikki Beach, was third last time out, but it was a third that was very impressive, and she got the attention of the fans because she is 6-5 in this start. With her copper tone oil and her raft, Nikki's Beach sails to a 150 victory in wire-to-wire fashion, driven by Ron Pierce, trained by Tony Alanya. Live Entertainment was second, and third went to Carol's Desire.
And the very next race was race 7, a consolation of the Colonial, number 1. Number 4, Creatine, was 2-5 with driver Mike LaChance. Was taking no chances in this heat, putting the pedal to the metal from the start, not letting up until he arrived at the finish. Nearly 4 lengths to the good. Number 6, Possessed Fashion, off at 6-1 with Brian Sears, was second. Number 8, All Laid Out, a 15-1 shot with Andrew McCarthy, got third.
Now it's the Battle of the Brandywine Consolation 1, purse $200,000. The bettors were loving these 3 horses. Number 1, Johnny Rock. Number 3, Sweet Talkin' Satin. Number 5, Rockin' Amadeus. So who won? The horse that got the best trip, Johnny Rocket. He was good and lucky on this night. Garden Spot Journey sprints home in 27 seconds, crosses the wire in 1:48.3 with Andy Miller in the sulky. Sweet Talkin' Satin was second. Rockin' Amadeus did the work on the front, stayed strong to round out the trifecta.
Ooh, did we give them stuff or did we give them stuff, huh?
I'm exhausted. I need a break.
Speaking of a break, we're going to take one, but when we come back, we're going to have a look for your hungry harness eyes at a new world record. This is going to be epic, so don't go anyplace, okay? Meanwhile, you guys make like bubblegum and stick around, okay? We're coming back at you.
Lots of early speed here. Hurricane King Cole, the quarter 20, 5-2, as fast as we've ever seen an opening quarter here at Pocono.
Feel the action. Get a taste of victory. Spice things up. And play to win.
Yeah!
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi there, welcome Welcome back to PA Harness Week. We're so excited. It's been such a big week, and we are covering all this stem to stern from the action that took place at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. By the way, we're only 7 weeks away from the Breeders' Crown, which also takes place at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. So once again, it will be the centerpiece of harness racing, as it so often is.
Oh, I can't wait for the Breeders' Crown.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
I had no idea. I'm so excited.
Okay. Let's have a look at race 9. It was a $50,000 invitational pace, but it could have just as easily been, you could have added a couple zeros on there because the best field of top pacers around was there. Number 1, Pet Rock with Dave Miller was 7-5. He's trained, by the way, by Virgil Morgan Jr., who also trained top free-for-all pacer.
Yada yada?
Yada yada. And also Mr. Big. And no, it was not the Chris Knopf character from Sex and the City, but the pacer who raced frequently on this circuit. Right?
Yes, you're right.
I just wanted to let you know I know this game, babe.
Mr. Trivia.
Thank you. Number 5, Sweet Lou with Yannick Gingras was 5-2. Number 3, A Rock and Roll Dance, who's in great form right now, with Tim Tetrick was 4-1, and with the call, Jim Avila.
Lots of early speed here. Hurricane King Cole to the quarter, 25-2, as fast as we've ever seen an opening quarter here at Pocono. And Dynamic Youth went off stride there, trying to keep up. It's Hurricane King Cole, like many of these last seen in the pacing championships of the Meadowlands. Abelard Hanover loves this track. Milbyasm in the pocket. Then you've got Golden Receiver third. At the inside is Pet Rock. First over now comes Tetrick there with a rock and roll dance. Following that, Sweet Lou. Then Better's Edge, Ideal Champ, and Dynamic Youth out of it. The half 53-1, 27-4 second panel. Men without hats. They're flying on the front end here. Up top, Hurricane King Cole, the one laying it down. Abelard Hanover getting pulled along behind it. On the outside, Pet Rock making his best move now for David Miller. First over. Inside still, Golden Receiver needs an opening. Now on the outside, a rock and roll dance is picked up cover as Sweet Lou moves into sixth. 3/4, 123, 27-2 third panel. No let up at all there from Hurricane King Cole. Pet Rock now almost even on the outside. A rock and roll dance picking up that cover further back on the outside. Sweet Lou, top of the stretch. Pet Rock even now with Hurricane King Cole. Outside, a rock and roll dance is full of pace. A rock and roll dance and Pet Rock, a rock and roll dance and Tim Tetrick.
This field was so tough. The Golden Receiver went off at 6-1, Better's Edge 14-1, and Abelard Hanover 18-1. Hello. Number 6, Speed Freak, Hurricane King Cole, cut some wicked fractions, 25-2, 53-1, 120-3 before he hit a wall. Pet Rock came first up, took the lead in deep stretch before a rock and roll dance off a second perfect trip, second over trip. Got a new world record in 147-4. Let me repeat that. It sounds vaguely important. 147-4. Pet Rock was a dead game second. Sweet Lou rallied and closed well to get third. And Heather, it was a big week at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. A big night, rather.
Another big night coming up.
Yep, we're only 7 weeks away from the Breeders' Crown, which also takes place at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. So once again, it will be the centerpiece of harness racing, as it so often is.
Oh, I can't wait for the Breeders' Crown.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to do it for all of us here at PA Harness Week, including Bruce Casella, Kelly Connors, Charlotte McBride, and the Spider Woman, Heather Vitale. I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to pick up the pace and get high on harness.
It's only natural.
Oh my God. Explosive matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starts fast outside there.